Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a very exciting DIY, which is this donut vase. You might have seen these donut vases going around for some time and it has become quite a trend. All these fancy stores have been selling it and many YouTubers have tried their hands at it, so I thought maybe I should give it a try and make my own version of it. Now people have tried different things to make this, but here I have tried to make this purely out of some air dry clay and some caulk. So if you're intrigued and want to know more, then please keep watching. So I'm going to use all these supplies to make my basic structure. That is some air dry clay, the round part of this jar for making sure that I can get that circular shape, some water, a putty knife to scrape off the clay from the surface, and a straw. I know that straw is a weird thing in this mix, but stay with me and you will know how I'm going to use it. So I'm starting by using some of the leftover clay that I used in my sculpting on a canvas project, which if you're interested and want to check out, then you can click the I button on the top right, which will take you directly to that video. So here I am starting by kneading my clay. I am using a good chunk of clay and just adding some water into it as I keep kneading it. You don't want to make it all gooey or runny. I am just trying to make it soft enough so that I can mold it easily. Now I'm no expert at sculpting, but I feel that this initial kneading did help me to work my way around with the clay. I kneaded it good for around 4 to 5 minutes. Once I feel that it is okay to start working with the clay, I am starting to roll it on the table that I'm working on. I kept rolling it, trying to keep it all uniform and extending it as I kept rolling. Once I felt that it was decently long enough, I am joining the two ends of this roll and I'm trying to make a ring out of it. I'm using the bottom part of this jar as my reference, which will give me an idea of how big of a ring I want to make. Obviously the roll that I made wasn't big enough, so I just added some more clay and tried to join the two ends. I kept adding the clay till I felt that I got enough thickness to my ring. Now a useful tip here would be to make a longer and kinda uniform roll than what you need, so that you don't have to keep adding bits of clay like how I did, and that way you will get a more cleaner and a smoother surface. Once I have my basic shape in place, I try to smoothen the surface by wetting my palms with water and rubbing it around this loop. Take your time while doing this step as you want to be gentle and not break the thing. Honestly, it's kind of therapeutic and relaxing to do this part. You can put on some good music and take your time to do this DIY. I kept going back and forth with the jar to make sure that this thing maintains its circular shape. Keep adding and removing bits of clay if you feel it's required, or if you feel it's getting hard to mold, then wet your palm with water to smoothen it. Once I'm done with the donut shape, I am moving on to make the mouth and neck of my vase. For this, I'm taking some clay and again starting by kneading it. Then to start shaping it into the neck of the vase, I am rolling it in between my palms and then on the table to make it long enough so that it can look like a neck of a vase. I'm making sure that while I'm rolling it, it maintains its uniform thickness. Then to make the mouth of the vase, I took this plastic straw and made it pass through the neck along its length, which will help me to make a small opening where the flowers will go. I had to squeeze out some of that clay that got in the straw, so that was a bit of a hassle, but it all worked out in the end. I kept moving the straw through the clay to make the mouth of the vase bigger. Then to join this piece with the rest of the donut, I am simply going to place it to where I want the neck to be, and I'm using small bits of clay to join the two together. Again, take your time doing this step as you want to make it as seamless as possible. To make the base of my vase on which it will stand, I am simply pressing the bottom with my fingers and trying to make it a bit flat, but while I'm doing this, I also want to maintain the shape of my vase too. So just a gentle pressure is good enough, and I'm also using the putty knife here to scrape off some of the clay from the bottom, and so that it will flatten the surface a bit and my vase can stand on its own. So now the basic structure of my vase is ready. I will leave it to dry, and keep in mind that this will take some time to dry. So I left it for an entire day for drying at room temperature. When it was sufficiently dry after a day, I sanded off some of the rough edges by using a sandpaper. Now this sandpaper is quite soft and it is in the grit 220, so it worked perfectly for the clay. Then I used a paintbrush to dust off the loose clay from the vase. Of course, it had some bends and some tiny holes that needed to be fixed. Now you can continue using clay to fix these defects, but I decided to use some caulk for this purpose because I felt that clay could be tricky, especially when I have to change small shapes and defects, and caulk is way more easy to work with for this purpose. I'm not sure if this is the right way of doing it, but it worked for me, so I simply used some caulk to fill in any holes or bends that I could see on my vase. Now since I'm new at sculpting, I couldn't get it perfectly smooth. I really tried to make it as smooth as possible, but as you can see that this is far from being perfect. But I just decided to roll with what I made and kinda liked it because it definitely showed that it was handmade and had that raw touch to it. So to finish up the whole thing, I painted my vase with some white acrylic paint. I think it requires some generous 3 to 4 coating of white paint. And there you have it. I know it's not quite there and it could have been more smooth and perfect, but somehow I was not able to achieve that perfection. Nevertheless, I tried and this is how my efforts look. If you want to try your hands at sculpting, then I think you should definitely give this vase a try, as it's neither too fancy nor too complicated or detailed, but it definitely is a relaxing and therapeutic process, at least that's what I felt. Just put on some good music or podcast and keep molding your clay. This vase goes with any style of home decor and is modern, trendy, and has that minimalistic vibe to it which looks great for all homes. So let me know if you liked my second effort at sculpting. If you did, then please hit the like button to show your love, and please leave your feedback or views on how I could have improved this vase, especially to make it look more smooth and perfect. I would really appreciate it, and if you're interested in more DIYs, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to know when I post my future videos. Thank you so much for your time and support. I will talk to you soon. Till then, please take care and stay safe.